Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, and it is Tuesday the 16th of April. Thanks for watching weatherweb.net. Remember, we're kept free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen here. It's by you coming back to the site, using the adverts and using the site. It's that keeps us free of charge, so thank you for doing that. Now, here's a satellite picture from this morning. Great satellite picture showing the area of low pressure centred here just to the northwest of Ireland. And you notice too this hangback of cloud across the south of the country, all brought about by a front that's just reluctant to clear away. But here's the back edge of the cold front, which is clearing its way eastwards, and the showers shown by these lumps of convective cloud flowing in behind. So lots to tell from the satellite picture this morning. Now, this is how the GFS ensemble handles things for the next couple of weeks. This is the temperature chart in red here. You see how it still keeps us with these mild conditions over the next couple of days, but by the time we're getting into Thursday and Friday, we see temperatures fall off, and then they kind of stabilise through until probably getting through till around about the 28th, Sunday the 28th, when we start to see them rise again according to the GFS ensemble. These sort of temperatures here, midday temperatures though, don't forget. So these are probably sort of 14s or 15s, so probably not feeling too bad anyway. In terms of rainfall, well, you can see here the green bars down the bottom here indicating that there is some rain forecast to be around over the coming days, although not huge amounts down in the south and east of the country, certainly more up towards the north and the west. The ECMWF showing a similar temperature trend as well. These are the 850 temperatures, but they still give us a good indication as to what's going on at lower levels. You see how temperatures pick up over the next couple of days, then we see them falling off, and becoming cooler into the back end of this week and into the early part of the weekend before picking up again as we head into next week. So this similar sort of pattern prevails. So for the next few days then, this is the chart for midday on Wednesday. Low pressure centred towards the west excuse me, of Ireland there. We've got fronts pushing their way northwards here. This is the warm and the occluded front here. We've got a cold front that kind of backs off from that down here as well. That whole system moving northeastwards. Now, it takes some rain with it, although it becomes drier across the south and the east during the course of the day on Wednesday, and probably find some bright spells coming through and becoming very warm. Wetter conditions though for Scotland and for the western parts of Ireland, and a windy day once again. Into Thursday, the low is cleared up here towards the northeast. Now, you'll notice as well the flow turning back into the northwest as an occluded front that's through here starts to move its way back southeastwards. Now, that'll bring more rain to northern western Scotland, showers across northern England, 1 or 2 showers for Northern Ireland too. A few showers perhaps from central parts of England, but generally dry across much of England and also Wales, but cooler and also windy. You notice here how close together the ice bars are across northern England. Some gales there through Thursday, but notably a cooler day on Thursday. Now into Friday, this is the residual part of the front that's hanging around down here towards the southeast. That's the occluded front there. Got a weak warm front that's just trying to pass to the west of Scotland. I think we could find a little bit of drizzle perhaps over western Scotland, but essentially for many it's going to be a fine day thanks to a ridge of high pressure that builds in from this high down towards the southwest of Ireland. So a little bit of rain at first across southeastern areas, that clears away, and then most of Friday should be dry, much lighter winds. On Saturday, high pressure is centred across the south of the country. A variable amounts of cloud with that. I think rather cloudy for much of parts of Ireland, for much of northern England, and also for much of Scotland too. But for the east and the south, we should find far more broken cloud. It should be dry with some good spells of sunshine, and we should be finding just only light winds. Now into the early part of next week, this is the chart for Sunday. You can see how most of England and Wales tend to stay dry, although fronts are going to be moving into the west of Scotland here, and they'll be bringing outbreaks of rain as they go eastward, staying windy across northern and western parts of Scotland and Ireland too. And then into Monday, again, it's going to be these more western parts of Scotland that tend to see most of the rain, and also Ireland as well, picking up on that rainfall. But for most areas, it looks as if it should be dry with lighter winds and some sunny spells. And then into Tuesday, well, we see the front clearing its way eastwards through Tuesday, taking some outbreaks of rain from the east out towards the west. It looks as if we've got the showers moving on to western coast at times and becoming breezier too, but generally a brighter day on Tuesday with some sunny spells. Now, the question is, what happens later on next week? Because we do find the westerly flow affecting all areas, but this is the ECMWF, and notice the pattern here in the 500 millibar flow. We've got this trough out to the west, we've got a ridge out here towards the west of the country. Now the GEM has a similar idea. It builds the ridge look through the UK, but it brings the high pressure closer towards the south of the country. The GFS ensemble tries to stick more with this westerly flow, so it keeps the ridge further westwards and doesn't want it through the UK. So we've got this question mark over what's going to happen. Now I tend to think that probably what we will see is Scotland, Northern Ireland, probably still in outbreaks of rain. I think the ensemble here is probably closer to it. So outbreaks of rain affecting these more northern areas, particularly the northern and western coast, but I think down towards the south and the east we probably do tend into drier conditions. Although I do think that late on in the week what will happen is this ridge will build north, and I think the flow will tend to come back more from a north and northwesterly direction, turning things briefly cooler at the end of the month. But just back to the present again, just wanted to show this chart finally. This is the total rainfall from today through to Wednesday the 24th, midnight at the start of the 24th. And just wanted to emphasise again, look, you can see where most of the rain is expected to be. This is total rainfall. And again, you can see most of it across Scotland, the far northwest of England, the far west of Wales, and also across Ireland, with totals there perhaps up to 100 millimetres of rain in the next week. However, much less rainfall down to the south. Look, 5 to 10 millimetres more probable down in the south and the east. So you can see this contrast again taking place in the weather throughout these areas.